Weekly picks. We haven't done this in a while, but here we are. So the first movie that I'm going to be talking about is Kiki's Delivery Service. Kiki's Delivery Service is an anime movie by Studio Ghibli, directed by Hayao Miyazaki, and it's based on Kiki's Delivery Service by Ekio Kadono, basically. Ekio Kadono. Yeah, that's clearly Japanese, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name and surname. It came out in 1989 and has 102 minutes. Actually had a budget of $6.9 million, made $41.8 million. So this just basically focuses on it's a coming of age movie, focuses on a character called Kiki and her cat as they embark on a new journey for Kiki. So basically, when you're a witch and you are of a certain age, you are meant to, go out of your hometown and find a new town to serve to. So this depends obviously on your talents, the skills that you might have acquired over the years. And she realizes that she can actually become a delivery service of sorts using her magic broomstick to deliver one parcel from one point to another. So she goes to a town, meets new characters over there, and it is quite an interesting story, to be honest. I enjoyed every moment of this film. It's not Princess Mononoke, it's more slice of
Yeah,
life type, more than an action epic, if that makes sense. But
yeah,
for me, man, it's amazing. I think any person who goes to a new place looking for work could
mm,
definitely find that project relatable because she starts with nothing to herself,
yeah,
and she has to hustle her way through, meet different people, and all of that. And I guess midpoint, she goes through somewhat of a nervous breakdown, which really messes her up, and
mm,
she really struggles to come to terms with that, and also even struggles to use her magic broom, you know. So without giving away too much, I would say that I would highly recommend this movie to anybody who's interested in, um, just finding themselves
yeah,
if they're going through a nervous breakdown, depression, or anything of that sort, or if they're enthusiastic about the future, they're just staying in a new place and really trying to figure themselves out with their career and so on. It's a
yeah.
great watch. So I would give it a 8 out of 10. Um, Actually, yeah, an 8 out of 10. The only issue that I have with it is that it ends. It just ends. Um,
Yeah.
I wish there was a sequel to this. That's how good it is. But it's definitely a classic. I think anybody that is a true Ghibli lover probably has this on their top 10, top 10 Ghibli movies for sure. So that's me over there. I don't know if you have any questions, but just to mention something
How's
that's
the
quite
animation? Yeah.
interesting. Um,
Okay, yeah, you can say.
Kiki was voiced by Kirsten Dunst in the
Oh,
dub.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I found that to be interesting.
That is very interesting. And how did you like her voice acting? Or did
Ah,
you not watch it
perfect.
up?
I actually didn't realize
Okay.
that she was part of the voice cast until this year, I think, or last year, somewhere there. But she like provided the voice in 1998. The one who voiced the dub in 1989 was Lisa Michelson. So it's a redub of her voice.
1989, how old is this movie?
It came out in 1989. But
Oh,
it's so good that you wouldn't even think that it came out in 1989. The quality still
okay.
holds up. Character designs are impeccable. The animation is really good. Nothing looks dated or seems dated. The content is still relatable. So that's why I think people should really check it out.
Damn. Okay. Well, sounds like a classic.
Yeah.
Surprised I don't I might know it actually now that you say it like that. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, this must be some brand new thing, but okay, maybe I do know it.
You
Okay,
probably
so it's
saw
classic
some
Ghibli.
visuals of it, a clip or sorts, just some
Yeah.
wish ball flying over some Italy type of city somewhere.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Venice type location. All right, that sounds sweet, man.
Yeah, some Venice type
And
of location. Yeah. Like the
so
architecture gives you the impression that it's some
mm,
Venice. Yeah.
so at like ETV on a Friday.
No, definitely Mnet, man. Um, Perhaps it's outdated for Mnet, but it would
Mm-hmm.
be an Mnet movie nonetheless.
Mm.
Worst case scenario, it would be an ETV, yeah, ETV or yeah, SABC 3. Never, I don't think it would be on SABC 1.
Yeah,
Unless if
sounds like it.
unless if there's different management at SABC 1, but I
Okay.
doubt it. Yeah.
Now, fair enough. There'd have to be a revolution. No, I get it. No, okay, sounds good, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely gonna watch. Probably be on one of our movie lists at some point.
Yeah, I think we should
Um,
do it actually. I genuinely think we should do it.
mm,
Yeah. No, that's me, man.
man. Well, um, cool. Then I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Um, cool. So my movie is The Family Plan,
Okay.
starring Mark Wahlberg, um, and Michelle Monaghan, and has Ciarán Hinds.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not sure the guy's name. Basically, the idea is a top assassin, the greatest assassin of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Le assassin. Anyway, Mark Wahlberg has given up the assassin life,
Mm-hmm.
living the normal life. Um, there's a bit of an incident, where like it seems like that actually no, it just seems to we kind of get the image of this perfectly nice man, doesn't like to fight, very quiet life. And then something happens and he realizes, oh no, my cover is blown. They know I'm here. So he tries to run. So he tries to trick his family into thinking, oh no, we're going on a vacation, guys. Family vacation, Ice Cube style. Um, so they just pick up everything they're doing and they go. Meanwhile, they're being chased by assassins the whole time. And they got to try and get to Las Vegas where they can maybe run away forever. And the question is, will he manage to get away, or will his family leave him behind? With all these lies, will they stick together? Is he really will they find out who he really is? And that's kind of the flow of the storyline. Um,
So it's an action
the
movie.
Yeah, it is basically Back in Action. Did you watch Back in Action? Great, didn't you watch this movie?
Yeah, look,
Even
it
though this
sounds
was from
like it sounds like
2023.
it's a common trope in Hollywood now. In the
Yeah,
game, out of
it's
the game, quit, now I have to come back. Sounds like
mhm.
it's a common trope nowadays, you know?
It's a very common trope. Steven
John
Seagal was
Wick.
ahead of the game, guys.
Even before John
Um,
Wick, I mean, Taken was like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, but now it's the comedy part.
Ah,
You know what I mean?
right.
But it's
Right.
comedy, so it's like a comedy slice of it. Do you remember the Kevin Costner one? Was it 3 days, something like that? Kevin Costner did his own one, though his
Is
one
it?
I like that one.
I'm
Um,
not familiar with Kevin Costner's one.
let me see if I can find it for you. It's flipping great.
Okay.
Um, because it's like a mix between like Equalizer and
Mm-hmm.
like something like this. Um,
Mm-hmm.
see if I can find it. So basically, with his one is also he's there to visit his daughter who's like on holiday. No, is who like works overseas, lives overseas, and it turns out, and then he's like CIA days catch up to him, and he has to try and like keep everyone alive. It's just him and his daughter. I think it was something that wasn't too complex.
Okay.
Um, a lot of fun. I would say this one is a lot less fun. But actually, of the three movies, I would definitely say the Kevin Costner one is definitely above. And then this one comes second. And I actually think I can't believe it. Actually, because remember I complimented it quite nicely. I thought Back in Action was okay. It was
Yes.
definitely held up by the acting. But this one
Um,
is probably I would actually say again because Jamie Foxx is a better actor. Even though
mm.
I would say he's low key phoning it in, he's still a better actor, at least in terms of this.
Better
Better
than Mark
directed.
Wahlberg.
I would say better directed than Mark Wahlberg in these types of movies. Like I feel like he understood the assignment a little bit more.
I see.
Obviously that was Netflix and there was kind of a Netflix style to it. And I think this one is Apple. So I feel like they've got their own style to it.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
but definitely Yeah, 3 Days to Kill. That's what it's called. 3 Days to Kill.
Yeah,
Definitely watch it.
sounds like a movie from the 80s.
It's actually, yeah, I know, right? It's a fun name. Dying CIA agent trying to reconnect with his estranged daughter is offered an experimental drug that could save his life in exchange for one last assignment. See, there's more to it. But anyway, so yeah, these kinds of premises happen all the time. Definitely say, I think the directing is what kind of makes this movie slightly better than Back in Action. I
Hmm.
think the flow of it is slightly better. Some of it is ridiculous. Like when I say the bad guys seem to know where they are all the time, no matter what, even
Yeah.
though there's specific scenes that go out of their way to go, "Oh, we got away from the bad guys." No, we didn't, apparently. Anyway, it's like the bad guys magically know where they are, despite them losing all their and tracking
I
devices.
think so. The bad guys are basically on their tail just to keep the movie interesting.
Exactly.
Mm.
Um, And they try to fix a lot of elements. They try to add a lot of elements where, the father bonds with the daughter by saying the daughter's boyfriend is cheating, so he helps the daughter stand up for herself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he has to learn about, he has this daughter and a son, has to learn about the son, try to bond with the son. Which is so funny because technically he's like a low-key house husband. It's like, okay, but why are you too busy? I'm confused. I thought it's the mother that's the one that's busy. So that's muddled storytelling, in my opinion. I would say don't spend money to watch this movie. This is
Rather.
SABC One at its finest.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Um, it's great if something else is playing. Like it's like if you're doing something else. If you're like washing dishes and you want to watch a movie,
Oh
this
my
is it.
goodness. Okay. Has Umar Goldberg done anything really great over the last few years?
Off the top of my head, The Departed was of course a
I
masterpiece.
mean, The Departed
Uh,
was what, 20 years ago? Okay, maybe 20
okay,
is
yeah, it was a while
20 is a
back. That's
stretch,
true.
but
Yeah,
like
that is true.
maybe 15 years
I
ago.
haven't. Yes, I
I
haven't
mean,
seen the
Ted
one where
was
he's a.
not bad though, right? Ted, that those
Say it
Ted
again.
movies were good.
Say it again. It cut
You
together.
know,
What are you saying?
Those Ted movies.
Okay, Ted. I think the reason those are so good is because it's kind of him being him. I feel like that's Mark Wahlberg being Mark Wahlberg. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he gets. I think he bonds nicely with Seth MacFarlane. Like I think
100%.
they've got. Like, I think they've got great chemistry,
Yeah.
despite the fact that he's talking to a teddy bear. So it works. But yeah,
Yeah,
besides that, obviously the fighter was great, but again, 2010.
exactly.
Uh,
That is home is, I mean, it's not to be
that's
taken
not his movie.
seriously. You know,
Yeah, but at the
it's a
same time, it's not his
pacifier. You know what
movie.
I mean? It's kindergarten
Yeah.
cop. So
Even then, I would still say that's Will Ferrell's movie. It's not his movie.
yeah, it's kind of
You know
like
what I mean?
what's the other one? The other guys. It's kind of similar.
Yes.
It's
They look at other guys is him at his finest, definitely. But I would
yeah,
say
but
this
those two
one,
have good
Daddy
chemistry as
Show,
well, I think.
yes.
Yeah.
As long as Will Ferrell's running the show, then yes, they do. I have not seen the airplane one, because apparently that one is mixed results. I don't know if you know about that one, the one where he's
Yeah. Came out last year, right?
yeah, they came out last year, I believe. And
Yeah.
then
Or early
the one
this
where
year. I don't remember. Yeah.
no, it was last year. I'm
Yeah.
99% sure it was last year.
Okay.
For those who don't know, it's the one where basically he's a hitman, and they catch him. Oh, no, no, sorry, he's a pilot, and they're flying a prisoner to a location, but it turns out the pilot is a hitman.
Yes.
Done by Mark Wahlberg, directed by a great director, Passion of Christ,
Mel
Apocalypto,
Gibson.
Mel Gibson. There we go. Um, so as far as I know, it appears to be the writers. From the negative reviews, it appears to be too much. There's not enough stuff going on to make, if that makes sense.
Okay. I
You
get
know what
you.
I mean? Like,
Because I mean, if everything is happening in the plane, you expect it's a
yeah,
confined space. But I don't
confined
know if
base
you
with only three
remember.
actors.
Do you remember Red
Mhm.
Eye?
Red Eye, I think I do. Just tell me.
Starring Killian Murphy and Rachel McAdams.
Mm,
The entire movie happened
yeah.
in the airplane, but it is
Mm,
amazing. It is really good. I mean, yeah.
hmm
So
Tom Hardy in Lock, I think that's what it's called. Flippin' masterpiece. It's him in a car by himself talking to people on the phone.
the entire
Amazing.
movie.
The entire movie. The
So
premise is,
by himself.
mhm, yeah, solo. The premise is he's driving to a pregnancy to
Mm-hmm.
go witness the birth of his child. There's
Mm-hmm.
only one problem. He's a contractor, and they got to get this building done today. Do you know what I mean? So
Mm.
he's got to do it over the phone because he can't. He'd rather lose his job than not see the birth of his child because of
Right.
some deep reason. But that's not all. That's not the only thing. Turns out that's not his wife that's giving birth to the child, and he has to explain this
Wait, so
to
he's
his
not
wife
married.
too.
He's not married
No,
to this.
he is married. He is married. He's
Oh,
just not married to this girl giving
that's
birth to his baby.
that's a side piece.
Exactly. So now he has to explain himself. And it's
He's
just, oh, the whole movie is just him. And it's fantastic. And
sounds
I
like
think,
sounds like phone booth, but yeah,
yeah.
in a
Phone booth
car.
had like people, other people coming in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So there was like you got Forrest Whitaker to bounce off you, man. And you
Mm.
got Donald Sutherland to bounce off you.
Yeah.
There's tools there.
Kaifa Sutherland. Donald is the dad.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry, Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer,
Um,
yeah, Kiefer
but
Sutherland, yeah.
and again, that's no shots too. Was it not Tobey Maguire? But it's something Toby. Um, what's that guy's name? The guy that played Brock in Spider-Man 3.
Oh, Topher Grace?
Topher Grace, there we go. He's the middle guy. I think what was missing was because again, I think here's the thing about writing, man. Plot takes you okay, first of all, number one, you have to have plot.
I feel like we're talking about
Unless
two
you
different movies at the same time, but please go on.
yes, but no, this is actually it kind of is interconnected here. You've
Okay.
got to have plot because what happens with this movie, right? With Family Plan, because again, it's a movie you can watch while doing something else, and I feel like that's what we're doing right now.
Like they say in the dishes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're discussing something else while Family Plan is playing in the background
Right.
because it's basic elements that you know.
Mm.
Everything you know is happening, and there's no unique character that's like, oh, holy cow, this is happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, holy cow, this is happening. None of that. You can expect nothing from this movie. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it's not badly shot. The action scene, Mark Wahlberg is a good actor, of course. The actors do their job, and there's some surprisingly good action scenes
Mm.
and comedy at the end. A
Mm.
lot of shocking kills and stuff. Like at first, it seems like a Disney show, and then later on, people start dying, and it's okay. Now we're talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the positive I'll give it. Good action near the end. Just, do something else while you're playing this movie. SABC One during the day
You
on a
know, as
Saturday.
you're speaking,
You know
I'm
what?
just wondering whether Mark Wahlberg is capable of actually winning an Oscar for any of his
Yeah.
performances.
Okay. He is, but he'll have to change.
What do you
And I don't
mean?
know if I think he's too old to change. I think he'd have to
No,
go
but I
deep and
mean, his role in The Fighter was Oscar worthy, if I'm being
and
honest.
it was. It
His role
was
in The Departed was also Oscar worthy.
because
Um,
he was playing himself and he was playing himself well. This is a Brad Pitt thing. When Brad Pitt plays Brad Pitt, it's amazing. When Will Smith plays Will Smith, it's amazing.
yeah,
And I
because
think
they've done bad versions of themselves in some movies. They're playing
yes,
themselves, but it's just horrible versions of them. And then there are
exactly.
movies where they've done really great versions of themselves,
Yeah. And then they've played other people and it works.
and it works.
Like
Yeah.
I would say Brad Pitt can play other people. Will Smith, I'm thinking of that
Can
7 pound. That was Will Smith playing
can.
someone else and it didn't work.
For
I
me,
hate
his role in Pursuit of Happiness, I didn't see Will Smith there at all.
uh, I
I didn't.
guess because he wasn't being the ha
No,
ha.
even Bad
Yeah,
Boys
you know what?
1, I didn't see Will Smith from Fresh Prince. I just saw this really nerdy, okay, maybe not nerdy, but this really strict by the book cop who just happened to have a partner who lets him be loose a bit loose.
Okay, I would say I'm gonna argue with that a little bit because I literally just watched Bad Boys last week.
Mm,
So it's fresh in my mind.
mm.
I do get what you mean though. I think a part of you is right. I think Will Smith playing a more serious Will Smith, there's a lot of Will Smith isms there.
No,
And it
no,
is
there
a role
are.
that challenges.
No, no, there definitely are. But remember, he was supposed to be like the straight man in that movie, with just a little bit of humor, not too much humor, just a little bit.
I hear what you're saying because I don't know if you know what that movie, but they basically hired two comedians when they weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
And then Michael Bay took a chance with two black actors, which is still
Yeah.
kind of incredible that his
No,
first
they
movie
made
he took a
history.
chance.
Those two made history.
Yeah,
Bad Boys
definitely.
is actually one for the books. It should be in history
Mm,
books. Yeah.
yeah. And rewatching it, it really holds up. Like it's actually incredible. Like I hate Michael Bay hate. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I
No,
really
it
do.
does.
I
It's kind
hate
of like
Michael
how
Bay
you
hate.
hate Trump hate, kind of like how you hate Will Smith hate. Not Will Smith, man. Denzel hate. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, even then, you can make fun of Denzel because I think there's a lot of things you can make fun of, especially like have you seen like a lot of Denzel impersonators? I swear they're all going crazy nowadays. I saw a full-on skit with like three of the best Denzel impersonators doing a different version of
Oh, I
Denzel in the
saw
same.
that. Were they on it today? Were they like as if like they were playing card? I think they were playing cards or something. I don't
It's some
know.
kind of card game, and they got like
Yeah.
those John Q. There was
Yeah.
it was
I saw
it
that.
was great. So I feel like you can make fun of Denzel Washington. Do you know what I mean? Like the man's such a legend that you can kind of but anyway, point is, yeah, this movie, not memorable. It's just a thing. I'll still be there for the sequel. I do think now that I've seen this one back in action, it feels lazier. Um,
You think,
it
do you think this is just a recycled script? Someone saw this,
yes.
someone saw Back in Action and decided to redo the script.
I know, remember this back in action came after, I believe. I think it's a recycled plot. I think someone
Ah,
has decided
okay.
it's a recycled plot. Someone's just, it's like anime or manga, where it's like the villainess manga.
Yeah.
Villainess does this, or reborn, you're reborn as a villainess, and there'll be like 50 of those exact same mangas. That's
Yeah.
what this is. You're
That it's the
watching all
same
50 of them.
isekai. It's kind of like with sports manga. After Slam Dunk
Mm.
came out, almost every like Kuroko's Basket is like Slam Dunk, Haikyuu's
Kuroko no
Slam
basket,
Dunk.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
Ah,
the ace is some guy that was like the leader, the guy
mm,
but he's injured and then he's not as good as he used to be. You know that type of thing.
mm.
Then there's
Yeah,
the
I know what you mean,
rival for the
yeah.
main
But
character. Yeah,
trust me, when
yeah.
I say romance is almost a straight line, like it's shocking the lack of range in romance. But it's what ladies like, so why change it, I guess.
No, I hear you, man. Is that all?
Yeah, I think that's all, man.
All
That
right,
ran
guys.
long, actually.
So that is weekly picks. We are back. So we shall see you guys on the next one. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.